All right, let's jump right in. If you've ever looked back at your dating history and felt like you were completely stuck in some endless loop, I really want you to hear this loud and clear. It's not them, it's the lens you're using. By the end of this explainer, you might just find yourself thinking, wait, this might be me. We're going to break down the actual, literal mechanics of why we keep finding ourselves in the exact same relationship dynamics over and over again, and more importantly, how to finally break that cycle.
We've all been there, right? Or at least we've watched a friend go through it. You start seeing someone new, everything feels completely different. And yet, fast forward 6 months down the line, and you're having the exact same fight, experiencing the exact same distance, and feeling the exact same heartbreak. It leaves you wondering, why is it literally always the exact same person, just in a different font? Like the emotionally unavailable musician just got swapped out for the emotionally unavailable finance bro. It is incredibly frustrating, and it's deeply painful, because it leads to this quiet, sinking suspicion that maybe you are the problem. But hold on. Let's look at what the research actually says.
Because if you scroll through social media for 5 minutes, you'll see toxic pop psychology telling you, oh, you attract what you are, or you attract bad people because your mindset is broken. Let's be very clear about this. The research absolutely does not prove that you are somehow inherently flawed, just magically drawing toxic people to you like a magnet. Honestly, that's just victim blaming. Actual science, specifically from researchers like Geraldine Downey, points to something entirely different. It's a behavioral loop known as a self-fulfilling prophecy. To really understand this loop, we have to look at the actual culprit here. In a landmark 1996 study, psychologists Downey and Feldman identified a disposition called rejection sensitivity. Now, this isn't some personality flaw. It's a protective mechanism. It basically means that because of past experiences, a person anxiously expects, readily perceives, and then overreacts to social rejection. So basically, your brain's alarm system is hypersensitive. It's constantly scanning the horizon for signs that someone is going to leave you. Your brain is literally just trying to protect you from past pain by keeping you on high alert. And this protective mechanism, it builds into a hidden pattern in our real-world relationships. It works in 4 distinct steps. First up, expectation. Because of that rejection sensitivity, you enter the relationship anxiously expecting rejection. Second is perception. Say they take 2 hours to text back. Well, instead of assuming they're just busy at work, you perceive that ambiguity as intentional rejection, which leads to step 3, reaction. In a 1998 study on couples in conflict, Downey and her colleagues found that this perceived rejection causes people to act coldly, maybe with hostility or extreme jealousy. And finally, step 4, the outcome. This negative, hostile behavior actually forces the exact rejection you were terrified of in the first place, causing the whole relationship to just erode and break up. And this right here illustrates the most tragic human insight of this entire dynamic. There is a massive, heartbreaking gap between our intention and our impact. See, your hidden intention is simply self-protection. You're thinking, I want to stay safe from getting hurt, so I'm going to put my guard up. But the impact of that protective armor? Your cold, guarded behavior accidentally pushes the other person away. You aren't attracting a bad person. Your very understandable fear is forcing a dynamic that ultimately destroys the connection you wanted in the first place. But here is where the research gets incredibly hopeful. A really fascinating 2009 study by Daniel Anthony Stinson and her colleagues explored the flip side of this exact coin. Their findings basically came down to this quote: interpersonal warmth explains the self-fulfilling prophecy of anticipated acceptance. Okay, what does that actually mean in plain English? It means that if you anticipate that someone is going to accept you, you naturally behave with way more interpersonal warmth, openness, and friendliness. And guess what? That warmth significantly increases the chances that they will actually accept you. It's wild.
So, the crucial point is this. How do you rewrite your prophecy? Well, you do it by recognizing this loop. In frameworks like the 8 links of human relationships, we see exactly how our internal expectations directly dictate our external connections. Once you realize your brain's alarm system is just interpreting ambiguity as a threat, you can hit pause. Instead of getting caught in that rigid cognitive affective processing loop, which, let's be real, is just a fancy science way of saying your thoughts and feelings are stuck on repeat, you can stop yourself from acting coldly in self-defense. By consciously shifting your expectations to anticipate acceptance rather than rejection, you completely change your behavior. You act warmer, and you literally break the pattern that's been keeping you stuck.
Let's wrap this up with what we can safely say based strictly on the science. First, Anxiously expecting rejection makes us see intentional rejection where there is really only ambiguity. Second, using coldness and hostility to protect ourselves ironically causes our romantic partners to pull away. Third, expecting acceptance increases our interpersonal warmth, which leads to actual acceptance. And finally, attracting the same dynamic isn't some mystical mindset you need to feel guilty about. It's just a behavioral loop driven by our expectations. So I leave you with this final thought to chew on. Are you actually attracting the wrong people, or are your protective instincts just handing the right people a script they never asked to read?